Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naveen, and this video it's gonna be a little bit different from what I normally do, because I normally do either like reading vlogs or just normal vlogs or reading content. But today I wanted to talk about another hobby that I have, and that's journaling. So I was setting up my journals yesterday, the 10th of January. I set them up so late this year, but we had a trip at the beginning of the year. So on the 2nd, we went to Venice for a couple of days, and I didn't bring my journals with me because I hadn't had the time to set them up. So yeah, I didn't journal for the first 11 days of the year because I'm gonna start journaling tomorrow. So I'm a little bit late with all of these, but I wanted to show you guys my journals for this year, as well as show you guys what I did for last year and how it worked or didn't work for me. Okay, so the first one that I'm gonna go with, it's not a journal, it's actually a planner. It's the Sterling Ink Common Planner, and this is the pocket size, and it's the horizontal one. And is it the full year? Yeah, the compact full year. So, I'm sorry for the glitter. I have a glitter cover. So the way that this one is laid out is you have a year at a glance in here. After that, you have your monthlies. I got this planner in March, so I didn't use it during January or February. And this is April, for example. This is my monthly for April. Then the weeklies. This is the first week that I did, and they look like this. I'm not gonna really do close-ups of them because when I was using them, I didn't intend for people to see it. So they are a little bit personal, and I'm a little bit shy. So yeah, I'm not really gonna do close-ups. But yeah, this is how it looks like. This is the first week that I did. And I just kind of like color coded, and I just planned my weeks in here. This is another spread. I just, yeah, like everything, like future appointments, I would go into the week that I correspond with and jot it down. If I had class, if I had to film, if I was planning on like reading, everything like that is in here. And then at the back, you have 119 blank pages. I didn't use one of them because, I don't know, I didn't need them, because what I needed was the monthlies and the weeklies, and I used them. I used it every week, and then I fell off on the 22nd of December. As you can see, it's blank. I didn't do anything in here. But yeah, that is kind of when I fell from all of my planners, because Christmas Eve was coming, then was Christmas Day, then it was New Year's, and I set planning aside. So that's my planner. Then the first journal that I bought was, do I want to go? Actually, I'm gonna go into the other Sterling ink that I have, and this is the 2025 Common Planner. This is the A5 Vertical Compact Full Year Planner. This is how the cover looks. I really liked it. It's just stickers. They don't have any rhyme or reason for them. But yeah, I think this one, this Coffee Monster's Code Trying one, is my favorite. And this was supposed to be my content planner. And I say it was supposed to be because I kind of started using it as a content planner. So this is a monthly, for example, and the days that are highlighted are days where I posted a video. And the other days are just like what I did, so like edit a video, finish reading, film a reading update, and things like that. So that's what I use the monthlies for. And then on the weeklies, I was like, okay, what am I gonna use the weeklies for? So I just kind of use them for memory keeping. And I did the same thing in another journal that I'm gonna show you. So yeah, I kind of had them duplicated for some reason. But yeah, the weeklies were just memory keeping. I kept up with it until the 21st of June. That's when I stopped using the weeklies. And then in the back, you have again 119, I think, blank pages. Yeah, you have 119 blank pages in the back. And I had no idea how I was gonna use them. So I first started using them as like, I did this kind of layout in which I divided the page in like 3 days. So I would have like 6 days in here. And I got these little stickers from the date ones. I got them from AliExpress and I just stuck them down there. And I did like a header and just kind of like rapid logged everything that I did that day that had to do with content creating. So I kept up with that for like a few weeks. I did it for like a month. Yeah, for like a month. And then I kept with the same thing, but I did more of like a journaling style type of thing rather than like a rapid log. And I kept that up for like a week. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do video ideas. And as you can see, I came up with 3. And I stopped using it because this just wasn't working for me as a content planner, like at all. I love the planner, I love the feel of it, I love the weeklies, love the monthlies, but I don't know, I wasn't using it for the intent that I bought it for. It just didn't work for what I planned for it to work. So I stopped using it. And if I wanted to film a video or edit or something like that, I would just jot it down in my passport size. Did I say this was pocket? This was passport. It's not pocket. I'm sorry. But yeah, I would just write it down in here and do it, I guess. So those are the 2 sterling inks that I had last year. And one of them worked really well for me. This one, again, didn't really work. So there's that. Then the first one that I bought was the Hobonichi A6 Techo. This is the one-piece edition. And this one I got directly from the Hobonichi website. And at first, like I said, I was intending to use it as like an everything journal, but then I went into Wonder Pens. And before going into Wonder Pens, I was toying with the idea of buying a cousin. And then I went into Wonder Pens in Toronto. And I saw they had a cousin, and it was the last cousin that they had. And I was like, okay, this is like a sign for me to get it. So I got a Hobonichi cousin I got it, and then I was like, I'm gonna figure it out after what I'm gonna use it for. So yeah, I got a cousin. And then I was like, okay, now I have the A6, what I'm gonna use the A6 for. And I was in therapy, I'm still in therapy, and one of the things me and my therapist were working on was for me to be more aware of my emotions, because you would talk to me and ask me what am I feeling, and I wouldn't be able to recognize my own feelings. So I decided that this was going to be my feelings journal. So any type of feeling that I had during the day, I was going to jot it down in here. And I'm going to show you the layout of this book. So firstly, you have the year at a glance. And you have your current year, next year, and the last year, I think. No, this is last year and this is next year. So it was 2025, 2024, and 2026. Then it's like the perpetual calendar, I think it's how it's called. And as you can see, I started to use it. I used it for like 2.5 months. And this was like a mood tracker. So every little dot corresponds to a mood, and then I did like a line of what kind of happened that day, or like what corresponded to that day. So that was that. Then you have the monthlies. These ones I didn't really use that much. These ones are really plain, like that's January. Then we have March, still plain. April, still plain. I didn't really use the monthlies in here because I was using the monthlies in my Hobonichi Cousin, and I really enjoyed those monthlies. So there's some kind of repetition in here, but I don't really care. And I didn't use them that much, so there's not that much repetition. So whatever, it's fine. So you have monthlies until March of 2026, and then you have the turning the page to a new year. And I just printed these stickers and paste them down. I was supposed to do like a collage of stickers, but I didn't print any more stickers, so I didn't end up doing it. And the layout for the first couple of pages was... Okay, I'm sorry, I just started like reading. This is January, so this is like the cover page for January, and each month in this, I'm gonna show you February as well. This was February. Each month for the year had like a cover page, which I really adore. And it was obviously One Piece related. So yeah, the layout. I'm sorry. This video is all over the place. The layout. I was using those AliExpress stickers in here because I was covering the date with washi tape. So I was covering the date, redating it, and then I have a couple fountain pens. So I was putting a little sticker here from the Coffee Monsters Co., a little fountain pen sticker, and writing which fountain pen I was writing with. The weather, I was tracking the weather, and I was tracking my medication as well. So, and then I was just like decorate the page and then journal. That was the layout for the first couple of days. Then I was like, why am I covering the date and redating it? It doesn't make any type of sense, because there was no real reason why I was doing it. I was just doing it to use the stickers. But then I was like, oh, I can use these stickers on my Sterling ink, so I'm just gonna not redate them. So then I started doing the washi tape under the date that it already comes with. Oh, I was also putting these stickers, these day of the week stickers, because this is the Japanese version, so it comes with the day of the week right here, but it's in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese or read Japanese, so I just was putting them there, and I was continuing to track the fountain pen that I was using, the weather, my medication. At some point, I stopped tracking the fountain pen that I was using, and I was only tracking the medication. So, for example, this spread, I didn't fill out all of the pages in here. I didn't have anything to say for this day, so I just jotted down that I stayed home all day. And the next day, I did journal a little bit. Then I fell off during July because we went on a vacation. Then I picked it back up in November, and I kept it up for like quite a long time. I kept it up until the 23rd of December, which is when I fell off again. This is like my feelings journal. And then for the pages at the back, I didn't use them, but I'm going to show you them because they are a little bit different from the regular one. Since this one is One Piece themed, it's a little bit different. So for the blank pages that you get, first you get this annual drawing, which is an iconic piece of One Piece if you know about the show. And then after that, you kind of get all of these, which I don't know what. Let me take this pencil board out. This, I don't know what it is because I don't speak Japanese, like I said before. Then we have this page, which also an iconic scene of One Piece. You have more of that. Then this is so cool. You get like a bunch of different wanted posters. So you can like stick a little picture of something if you want it here. And you have one wanted, which is Chopper. And then you have the timetable as well, One Piece themed. The favorites page. Everything is One Piece themed. Then my 100. Then like addresses, personal notes, and blah, blah, blah. And then one thing that is really cool about Hobonichi is that each Hobonichi has their personal number. So yeah, that's really cool. So that way you know your planner is like unique in a way. I really like that. And then the last journal that I used for 2026, not 2026, for 2025, and it was probably my favorite journal, is the Hobonichi Cousin. This one is a beast of a book. Like, look how thick it is. If you see the binding, do you see like how it curves? It's bad. It's bad. So let's talk about this one. As I said, I got it on a whim, and then I was like, okay, what am I going to use it for? And then I was like, this is perfect for like everyday journaling and getting into the habit of journaling because you have a page a day. And then for memory keeping and for actual planning as well. So this kind of served a couple purposes. Each section served a different purpose. So we're going to go through them. First, I'm going to show you the front and the back. The front looks like this. I have a couple Coffee Monsters Go stickers on the front and on the back. Then this is the inside cover. This is how I decided to decorate it. Then you get the same of the A6 Techo. You get the year at a glance, and I put some Coffee Monsters Co. stickers in here. Then you have the perpetual calendar. I used it for a month and a half as well. This was just like an index for me. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing for next year. I'm just gonna use it as an index as an index. Then we have the monthlies. And for the monthlies, I use the Coffee Monsters Co. kits. Monthly kits. I really liked it. Because I didn't have to think about it, you know? So I'm trying to see how I can show you this because I have my meds in here and I don't want to show you that. So how can I show you this? Do I have a monthly with no meds? I think I don't have a monthly with no meds. So I'm going to show you February and I'm just going to cover the meds. So this is how a monthly would look like for me. I would just use the monthly kit and just get in there. And I would like plan for the month and back plan, like forward plan and back plan at the same time. So it was kind of like a memory keeper and a planner at the same time. Then the weeklies, I'm going to show you one, and that's more than enough because they all look the same. The weeklies, I used a combination of Coffee Monsters Co. and Paper K stickers that I got when I was in Canada, and now I'm back in Spain and Paper K doesn't ship to Spain, and I'm so sad because I love her stickers. I love Dot the Bear so much. So I don't know how I'm gonna get them, but I need more Paper K stickers. Whatever. Let me show you the weekly. So this is how the weekly would look like. On the sidebar, I had a no spend tracker and then a habit tracker like reading, journaling, and drinking water. And then I would just memory keep in here. This is just memory keeper for me. That's the first week. This is the next week. Another week, another week, another week. This one is a little bit different because in this one I used a Coffee Monsters Co. kit, weekly kit. But yeah, then I went back to using no kits. So everything looks the same. They start looking a little bit more sparse because I start doing less things, but they all look the same. Then we have the turning the page to a new year, and in this one I did do the sticker collage thing that I was telling you guys about, and I love it. It's so funny to me because it just my favorite things in here, like Gordon Ramsay, SpongeBob, a streamer that I watch and love, The Office, RuPaul, Paquita Salas, Spencer Reid, Pitbull, Justin Bieber, Bad Bunny. It's just, everything is in here, and I love it. So yeah. And then for the monthly cover pages, what I did is that I got the Coffee Monsters Co. washi stickers, but I got the quarterly ones. I just stuck them in here, so to make a cover page, and this is how it looked like. I think it looks cute, you know? Then this was the first page of the year. And I said Happy New Year in here with stickers, and then the layout stayed the same for the whole year. So this was very much inspired by Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co. And what I did was divide the page in two. And on the left side of the page, I did like a today and all the things that I did that day. And on the other side of the page, I journaled. The reason why I did this was because first I wanted to see what I was doing each day and if it was like a lot of things or like nothing at all. And another thing is that the page felt a lot smaller, so it didn't feel as intimidating having to journal in like that much of a space in here. I don't know if what I just said made any type of sense, but having a smaller space made it feel less intimidating. That's basically what I was trying to say in a really convoluted way. Everything looks the same. Like, this is another spread, another one. I really liked this one. I'm gonna go to another month. This is February. This is March. This is December. But yeah, like you can see, they all look the same. The only thing that changes is the decor, and that's basically it. Then I fell off the same amount of pages that I fell off in my A6 Techo. I fell off in here as well. So it's like when I stopped journaling in one place, I stopped journaling everywhere. And then on the back pages, I have a pen test in here. Then in here, all of the stickers that comes with the Coffee Monsters Co. packages, like your order was packed by. So I put them in here, and this is all the orders that I did in 2025. I'm missing one. And then I did like a washi graveyard. And then you have the same back pages as the A6, the graph paper, the timetable, the doodles, the My 100. I was like, I'm gonna do 100 books. I'm gonna read 100 books. So this My 100 page is gonna be like my 100 books that I read in this year. I was delusional. I read like 25 books. So yeah. So that's the lineup for 2025, and the lineup for 2025, and the lineup for 2026, it's gonna be pretty much the same with a little tweak. So I'm gonna start with the A6 Techo because I have it out here, and I went again with the One Piece edition that they did. And this one is especially close. Like, I hold this one especially close to my heart because Chopper is my favorite character from One Piece, if you didn't know. And this is inspired by Chopper. We have Chopper in the cover. Where can I show you Chopper? Here. He's here. He's right here. That's Chopper. And then we have Luffy in here. And then the log posts and the cherry trees. But yeah, this is going to serve the same purpose that this one serves. This one is also really thick. Like, look at the difference. And this is not full. That's insane. This is gonna be my feelings journal. I think this year is gonna be a lot easier because I'm more in tune with my emotions and I kind of recognize them a little bit easier now. So I think it's gonna be easier to journal in here this year. Then I have another Hobonichi book, and I got the Hobonichi Weeks, and this is the Foggy Plaid pattern, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's Foggy Checkered, Foggy Plaid, something like that. But I just fell in love. I'm so sorry about the glare. I just fell in love with this cover design and I had to have it. I also wanted to try the wigs, and this is going to be my reading / content planner. So what I'm doing, so on the perpetual calendar, I track the pages that I read each day. And this is how it looks like. And as you can see, since December 18th, I haven't read a single page of any book. It's all just 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So yeah, that was a fail. Then the monthlies, I use it as like a reading slash filming slash editing, posting, kind of like future logging type of thing. This is December, the December monthly. I didn't use any type of kit, but for January I used the Coffee Monsters kits, and I'm gonna use them for the rest of the year. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna use for the rest of the year in here. Really liked it. I don't really know how I'm gonna use it, but I'm gonna use it like I did in December, sorry. So if I read one day, I'm gonna jot down that I read, and then if I film, I'm gonna jot down that I filmed. If I edit it, then I'm gonna put down that I edit and post and all of that. So yeah, I think I can show you a little bit closer from this monthly because there's nothing really too personal in here. So this is how it looks. And this is how the sticker kit looks like. It's just one page. And as you can see, I still have a lot of stickers left in here that I haven't used. Then you have the weeklies, and I'm gonna first show you a plain week, and then I'm gonna show you how I've been using it. So this is how a week will look like. You have, on this side of the page, you have your whole week, and then on this side of the page, you just have a grid page. And then how I'm using it is, this is how I'm using it. So I'm gonna go to this week that it's blank so that you can see it. As you can see, I just divided the page in here. You have this, is it? Yeah, you have these little dots on top of the Hobonichi weeks. So I just drew a line from the first dot all the way to the bottom to kind of divide the page into. So in the first space, the smaller one, I jot down what I read, like the title of the book, the author of the book, and the number of pages that I read. And then in here is just a little summary of the day. And then on this side of the page is just a little summary of the week. So that was the first week. This is the next one. Then we have this one. We have this one. We have this one. And then this is the current week. So that is how I'm gonna be using the weeks. And then the back pages. So at the back, you have a notes section. And this is gonna be for my physical books and audiobooks. And actually, I'm gonna put Kindle books in here as well. I don't know why I didn't think about that. So yeah, this is gonna be for all the books that I read. And what I'm gonna do is, I only did it for one book because right now I'm supposed to be reading Frankenstein, but as you saw, I haven't read a book since the 18th of December. But this is a good example of what I'm planning to do. I just print down the cover, then write down the title, the author, the format that I read it on. So if it's a physical book, an audiobook, or a Kindle book, I write down what I thought about the book and then the star rating. So for example, this one was Bride by Ali Hazelwood and I gave it 4 stars. And this is what I intend to do with the note pages at the back. That's why I say it's my content slash reading journal slash planner. And then the 365-day page, I use it for all the books that I read. The difference from the note pages down here is that in here I am counting novellas, but I'm not gonna waste a whole page on a novella in here because most of the times it's just so short that I don't really have much to say, so I don't want to waste a whole page. So I'm just gonna jot down in here that I read a whole book or a novella, so I put it in here. And that's basically it for my Hobonichi weeks. And it lives in this Coffee Monsters Go pouch. It's so cute. It has a pocket, like 2 pockets. In here is the actual planner in the big one, and then the small one you can put pencils and pens and whatever you want, stickers, anything you want. And then we have the bigger pouch from the Coffee Monsters Go as well. And in here I have my planner, which I was going to go for another passport size, but when I got the weeks, I fell in love with the size. But I wasn't gonna get another weeks because I bought everything directly from Hobonichi, and at that point I already placed my order, and I wasn't going to place another order for just one book because the shipping is a lot. So I decided to go with the Sterling Ink N2 Horizontal Full Year Compact Common Planner. That's a mouthful. And I got the pink color. So this is going to look exactly the same as how the passport size. So this is going to look exactly the same as the passport looked like. So we have monthlies. I only did December and I jot down like 4 things in there. I have to do January. Then I did like a mock-up of what I wanted to do. So let me show you a random week. So this is how it looks like. It looks exactly the same as the weeks. It's the same size as the weeks as well. The only difference is that on this side of the page, you also have the grid. And the way that I decided to use it was to elongate the... So this is the mock-up. I just took the line that separates the day and elongated onto this side of the page, so that way I had like 2 spaces for each day. And then I decorated with stickers. And then this is next week, and what I mean by I will just go into whatever week that I have to go into and do whatever I need to do is that in here, for example, I made these appointments on December, and then I went in here in January and just jotted down that I had these 2 appointments for these 2 days. And then I will just go and like set it up. So that's what I mean by I forward plan in this, as well as like back plan, because I also put in here everything that I did during the day, so that way it's easier for me to remember things for my cousin. This is my planner for this year. And then the last book that I have to show you is the Hobonichi Cousin, because I got another one for this year. I just fell in love with the book last year, and I just had to have another one for this year. So this is how the cover looks like. I have some stickers in here. I have some stickers in the back as well. And the layout is the exact, this is how the front cover looks like. And I'm not going to go into the layout because the layout is exactly the same as as last year's. I'm still using the Coffee Monsters Co. monthly kits for the monthlies. I'm still going to be memory keeping for the weeklies. It's gonna look the exact same, and I'm gonna journal on the daily pages, and it's gonna look the exact same that it looked like last year. The only difference in the monthlies is that I'm also using these sticky notes from the Coffee Monsters Co. And yeah, I just set it up the January monthly. I can show you it. I just have to cover my meds again. This is how it looks like. I just love it. It's so satisfying to see. I don't know if I did a good job at covering my meds. I think I did. But yeah, so these are all my journals / planners for this year. Let's do a little bit of a recap. I have the Hobonichi A6 Techo, the Hobonichi Weeks, the Sterling Ink N2 Horizontal Compact Full Year, and then the Hobonichi Cousin. I love my setup, or my ecosystem, you could say. I love my lineup. I feel like it's gonna work so well for me. And yeah, I'm so excited to get into, now that I'm at home and I have time, I'm so excited to get into like each book and journal and write. And yeah, I also wanted to talk about pens. So my favorite pen to use on Tomo River paper is the Uniball one pen. This one is the 0.38, and I just have black ink in here. Love it. Then I also, in the A6 Techo, I use fountain pens only. So I have my Kabeco Sport. I have the Ferris wheel ink, the Ferris wheel press. Yeah, I have the Ferris wheel press. I can't remember the name, but this is from Ferris wheel. And then I have my Lamy Safari. This is in the Cherry Blossom colorway. And yeah, then I have the lines, all the lines that I draw them with a mechanical pencil. I have a ruler in here. Oh, and this is the pouch that I use. It's from the Coffee Monsters Co. This was the Q3 subscription stationery item. And it opens like this. It's like a trifold. And you have pen spaces in here, a bigger pocket in here. And in here you have a zipper. And I just keep... Oh my god. Can I take it out? These little folders with stickers. And this is the pen case that I take with me everywhere. I also love to do the headers with the Tombow Furenosuke. Yeah, the Tombow Furenosuke brush tip pens. The blue one is the hard tip and the green one is the soft tip. So yeah, that's all that I wanted to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on my next one.